Right, this knife is not a genuine issue. It's actually by webtex. I don't know whether you can see webtex there in the light. Now, what I'm going to do now is go through the specs, which I actually done myself because I couldn't find any information on this knife by webtex. So I done all the specs myself, but it is actually the same as the genuine issue, I believe. So the length of the blade is just under 7 inches. Okay, just under. And the length of the whole lot is 12 inches. Now the spine is 5mm, and the steel I don't know because I couldn't find the information, but I should imagine it's carbon steel. And I've used this knife plenty of times in the past, and I was quite happy with its performance. It's a full tang, and it's got a lanyard loophole there. Okay, and it's got, actually you can't see, but it's got 3 copper rivets underneath there, exactly the same as the genuine issue one. I don't know whether you can see the little dimples there. And it's got a cross piece going across there like that. Okay. Now the sheath, I don't know whether it was the one it came with it, I can't remember, but it's the usual one. Little loop there, stick the knife in there, a couple of belt loops there. It's got a drain hole at the end, and same problem. Not a problem to me really, because I keep the knife in the rucksack. I don't have it on a belt or anything. It's just the usual, slips out when it's upside down, but I'm not bothered about that. Now, just a little word on this knife. It's been in the garage for 11 years. I've had it longer than that, and there's not one speck of rust on it, and that's quite impressive actually. And also, I don't know whether you can see there, but the paracord is grey. There's a little green bit there. That's because originally it was green. It's faded when it's in its pouch like that. So it's green on that side and grey on that side because it's faded over the years. Now, I did that because back in the day there was no such thing as a paracord bracelet. So this is what we used to do if you wanted to do that, and if you didn't do that, you just have it bundled up in a mess inside your rucksack somewhere, or your pocket or something, like a farmer with a bit of baling twine. Always got a bit of baling twine in his pocket, I believe. So that's why that's on there like that, and it's actually quite comfortable as well. It's pretty good. Now, I've also made this part of the blade blunt. That is blunt, okay? So I can actually choke up on it to do feather sticks, and I can hold that tight so I can choke up and punch down on the wood, you know. So I don't mind that bit of metal being there, and I think all knives should have a blunt piece there, because that's the best way. That is the best way, as far as I'm concerned. None of the thumb on its own is weaker than the whole hand, so I reckon that it's got to be blunt there. All good knives should be a little bit blunt there. Okay, like that. Right. I think that's... Oh, some people actually buy this knife as a template to design their own design via a blacksmith. So yeah, you could do that with this knife as well. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. Let's see how it performs in the field. Now, it rained yesterday really hard, so everything is absolutely soaking. Right. soaking on the outside anyway. So it can chop. There's one thing. Now for the next thing. Right, can it get sparks from a ferro rod? Right, let's have a look. Wrap the thing around my fingers a bit. Get a better grip. Yeah, not a problem. Right, now for the next bit. Right, let's do batoning, see if it works all right. Just getting that in position properly. Yeah, not a problem really. And where's the knife? Oh, there's the knife. Oh, that's what I'm after. Getting confused. Yeah, sort of splitting nicely. That out the way. Get that out the way. Battery run out. Never mind. It's a bit of a schoolboy error there. Never mind. But as you can see, it can chop wood. It can batten wood. So there you go. I'll do a few more. Not a problem. Easy peasy. Because this is important really, so it's part of a fire prep, so it's important to be able to do this, what I'm showing. There you go. So it can baton just as good as any really. So there you go. Now for the next bit. Okay, feather sticks. Now, one thing I forgot to mention about this blade is it's a Scandinavian grind, okay? And as far as I'm concerned, the best grinds are the Scandinavian grind and the convex grind, as far as I'm concerned. That's just personal opinion. So feather sticks. Get my knee out the way. Now just remember, I said that I blunted that end, and the thumb is a weak point really. That is the best way, as far as I'm concerned, of doing feather sticks and holding a knife. So it's good, it won't hurt just to blunt that bit there, and you can punch down a bit harder. But bear in mind I've been chopping wood as well, so my arm is getting a bit tired now. But it's managing it, even though it's a big lump of a knife. Some people call it a bit of a tank. Well, the world's a bit of a flipping hard tank and all, so you need something robust and hard, you know, that doesn't break on you and is reliable and does everything you possibly want it to do. So yeah, it's not bad. Not too bad. I'll break that off if I can. Ooh. And get another piece. So I'll make a platform, I think. Ugh. So it stays dry. Give it another go. Get another piece. Managing it all right. It's not too bad. Right, get these bits. Not the best setup really, but I'm just sort of trying to show you what it can do. Right, let's see if I can make a... Right, now for the ferro rod, I gotta go get it. Nearly. Let's get some of them smaller shavings this way. nearly. Ah. Oh, it's nearly going. Oh. Oh. All right. About time. There you go. So it can be done. A little bit damp, but there you go. That would be enough now to get more wood on and get a fire going. But I'm not making a fire anyway, so there you go. I just show that it can make a point on the end of a stick as well, and I actually chopped this branch with this and it came off nice and smooth like that, so I just wanted to show that. So you can see that. As you see, I'm choked up on the knife, the blunt bit by there that I made. If there's any difficulties doing this, I could just put it on a wooden surface and chop it down if I wanted to, you know. So you could probably peel a potato with this knife as well. I should have brought the potato out to show that you could peel one, considering it's a bit of a lump of a knife. Right, I'm going to chop this down. I could keep going, but you tire yourself out. So I'm going to chop it down. I suppose I could take advantage of that chisel effect there and sort of whittle it down. Nice and even, get on the other side as well. There you go, it's almost there really. Enough to bang into the ground anyway, like a tent peg. I'm holding it up just so you could see it. I prefer to hold it down really. There. Well, that's fine really. It's good enough. Any bigger sticks, you'd probably chop it down first, get rid of most of the wood, and then just fine carve it then. So I suppose you could do a little bit of fine carving as well with this if you wanted to. Yeah, probably could. There you go. That'll do. I mean, I could chop that bit off there as well, make it a bit better. Not a problem really. Anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, you can make a point. And that's what I'm doing, making a point. Okay, what I'm going to do now is just want to try and indicate that it's held its edge. I don't know whether you can hear that. I've got to watch I don't cut myself. That is, it's still sharp, okay? It's held its edge, so it's really good. Now, just final thoughts. When I came across this knife for the first time, I thought, what an ugly bugger, what an ugly knife. But actually, it's really good now. It's actually, I think it's not like that. I think it's really brilliant. Now, who's the perfect person to use this knife? Well, if you're I don't think a bushcrafter is ideal. A type of person who's making shelters as well. There's a lot of chopping. It's going to take at least half a day to make a shelter. It's a lot of chopping. The knife is man enough, but I think if you're in a perfect world, you would need a 2-tool or maybe 3-tool option for that, which we all know is a small axe, a small knife, and maybe a saw as well. So who's the perfect person for this knife besides me? The perfect person to have this knife, or this knife is ideal for the wild camper. Okay, the wild camper's got a tent or a basher and his other gear, but he might just want to make a fire now and again, and to sort of keep yourself warm, or to cook on, or just to look at and make it a bushcraft fire and talk to people around it. So yeah, the wild camper, to make a fire now and again, you know, that's ideal. You can it's just over £1. You could carry that. It spends most of its time in the rucksack, and if you want to make a fire now and again, then it's perfect for that person. Just my opinion, okay? It's up to you what you think. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say, except like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching, and have a good time. Cheers.